Hey, I get asked all the time, is now a bad time to sell or is now a good time to sell? Buckle up and get ready to dive into this video. We're going to break down the details. I'm going to be shooting straight with you about 2026 and just breaking down the details so you have a complete understanding. Is now a great time to sell? Let's dive into this, or is it a bad time? And before we dive into it, first things first, let's clear the slate. In the description and the comment section is a home value link. You're going to get no hassle, straightforward, my opinion on what your home could sell for in today's market. I just got off the phone with an amazing lady who was thankful for my pure honesty. I'm going to shoot straight with you with over 23 years of experience through different market booms, crashes, etc. I am not here just to say, hey, sell your home. That's not me. There's going to be certain people who need to sell, certain people who want to sell, certain people who are going to then be buying again, downsizing situations, divorce, death, job losses, relocations. And if you can go back and look at the jobs report over history and see during COVID, and it will help you understand why they did the 3%, basically 0% at the Fed level, rippling back over to the low to high twos, depending on where you're at. Even some people have met who have been in the high ones for their interest rates. You would see a downward spike when it comes down to jobs. And then since then, we have been increasing on the jobs reports. The different presidents, they spin it to make it look better, then they adjust it, come back out later, years from there, months from there, so forth. But the jobs report is actually looking pretty healthy. I think it's steady as we go. I think we are heading in a path now of recovery, because since 2023, I would say we've been in like a stagflation when it comes to real estate. We've been in a gridlock. The market's kind of been frozen. We've had very little sellers to market. We've had very little buyers to market. I want you to understanding to why we have had very little buyers to market. For many buyers, for them to decide to purchase a resale home, it's going to cost them about $600 to $700. I've seen it up to about $800 along the way, but rates have improved. It's going to cost them about $600 to $700 more to purchase the home, for example, that you're thinking about selling, a resale home. Now, if they were to go and buy from, say, Horton, and say they have some, I've seen some programs out there where they're starting off at 1%, next year goes to 2, then 3, then ends at 4, and stays at 4 for the life of the loan. If they're doing something like that, I could see them being in a position where they may long-term be better off purchasing than renting. And if it's a resale, remember now they're taking on the roof, they're taking on the AC, the water heater, miscellaneous different things that are going on that a landlord would normally pick up. Plus they're paying $600 to $700 more. That impacts how our real estate market is moving. We have lost that generation that would be buying right now, helping a move up situation occur. Homes are still selling fast when they're in excellent condition, priced to be sold. Those homes are selling fairly quickly. We right now are in a great time to be listing. March is, I always look at March like basketball. We're in March madness, right? Things are booming market. So getting it listed now, riding it out through summer, excellent time to be on the market for sure. Now, what can help your home sell quicker, right? As just mentioning, the condition, the price. Now, agents like myself, which are super, super rare, I have Zillow Showcase. Zillow Showcase helps my sellers sell quicker and earn more money on their homes. On Zillow itself, it helps them get more views, more likes, more shares. And that then ripples all the way back down to, hey, I want to see this home. It comes with higher features besides being positioned at a better spot on the website. And also, besides, they're sending out the home via email to people who are browsing at homes. It's coming with the Zillow 3D tour. So a walk-in tour of the home, twilight photos, 2D floor plan, just a lot more bells and whistles than the average agent. And it's not even, I see, yeah, the super majority of the agents just simply put in a basic professional package that it's just basic. And then some other agents just get out their iPhones or Androids and snap a few photos. This is beyond all that. This is like basically the Ritz-Carlton of media for getting your home sold. So it helps you get your home positioned correctly in front of the right audience. In selling in a market like this, my rule is simple. 10 showings, 10 days. That's a showing on average per day. If you're not there, then we got to really assess, hey, are we priced correctly? And we may. There are certain times, very rare, but there are certain times where we're not getting 10 showings in 10 days and we're still priced correctly because the home is at the most elite quality and it's going to take that one unique buyer. I know those homes when I come with them, but on the average, we have a little bit of tile, we have a little bit of carpet, we have a little bit of granite or quartz, basic backyard. Those should be getting about 10 showings per 10 days. Now, if we got our 10 showings and we're not selling, now we have to go back and assess, hey, what's up with our competition? Hey, what's going on here? Why are we not selling? So internally, we need to first look, hey, what does a home look like? What does it smell like? Are we backing up to something? Are we having the biggest killer that I experience is usually east-west exposure. Sorry if you have one, but that is. North-south is going to sell, if all things are held equal, much quicker than east-west. If your home is getting 10 showings and it's not selling. Let's dive into another aspect of the sale because I hate surprises and I have to only imagine you do too. So what I'm seeing out there right now from the new adjustment, now we're into two separate areas where we have our listing agreement, that is our numbers with us. The buyer has their buyer agreement, their buyer broker, and their numbers with them. In a slower real estate market, we're seeing that they're coming over and they're asking, and typically they're getting what that buyer broker agreement is. We need the buyer's agent's help. There's way more buyer agents than the listing agents, so we do need their help. And they're out there working with their friends and family, coworkers, so forth, and they can bring them over and show the home. They are needed. So we're seeing anywhere between 1.5%, 3%, 2.8 to 3% is what's being given. On top of that, I'm seeing that they're coming in, they're asking for 3% of the purchase price and closing cost assistance, and sometimes a home warranty about $800. So anywhere between $275 and $350, those are the homes that are selling fairly quickly. $170 square foot on your average single level home. 2 stories is going to be a little bit less because it costs less to build. And secondly, seniors, people who may be handicapped, different reasons where they're saying we just don't or can't live in a 2-story home. So we have less demand for those 2 stories. So if you're living in a 1537 square foot home, no swimming pool, 2-car garage, not on a waterfront, not on golf course, we should be able to easily say 1537 times 170 is a rough idea of what your home potentially could be selling for. Now, when I get there, if it's in rough condition, that number is probably going to change. And this number, 170, will change. Right now, about 170 per square foot is what we're looking at the average home selling for here in the city of Maricopa. So moving forward, is now a good time or a bad time to sell? The answer is it's a good time to sell. We're not 2021. We're not booming. We're not 2005. We're not booming, right? We're not crashing either, in my opinion. So why right now the best time for you to list your home? We're going to have more buyers right now in the market. We have our buyers that are getting their tax returns. We have our winter visitors. We have people that their leases were designed for when their kids were getting into school or getting out of school. So the kiddos, before you know it, are going to be getting out of school. The average escrow can take 30 to 45 days. Shopping time can take 2 weeks, 4 weeks. So you start putting those numbers together. Right now is when it's all kicking off. So this is when you want to have your home listed. So is it a bad time to list? No, it's a great time to list for 2026. So right now, if you're serious about getting your home sold, the very first step we need to do is have you go down to in the description or inside of the comment area, click that link to get your free home value report. It's not going to be some sort of computerized thing. I am going to be manually looking at what has sold around your home, and I'm going to send that to you. I'm going to send you some details. Could very easily send you a video like this breaking it down. Otherwise, it's going to be just typed out some good details on it, or it could be both even. I'm going to go in and see what is selling around your home that, for the best of my ability, I can tell. Sometimes I'm very limited. If you had bought a new build and it was never in the MLS, I don't know a whole lot about your home besides the square footage of the home and of the lot. And then probably 80% of the time, I'm going to know if you have a 2-car garage or a 3-car garage. So I'm going to do my best with those. Something you bought via the MLS, new build or resell, it's very clear. It's in there. You see your property on Zillow type of thing. I'm going to be able to see all that detail too. Regardless if I don't see it in our MLS, I'm going to look on all the major platforms to see if I can see anything there, like a clue about your home. And then I'm going to go ahead and manually dig in and give you the details. Then I'm going to break down the zip code, right? Because 85138 and 85139 can have some different averages inside of there. 85139 is going to be pulling in more of the horse properties. Just looking at the map of the city of Maricopa and seeing what is the bigger area of the subdivisions, it's going to be the 85138 side of it. 85138 is also going to have the 55 plus side too. I've been doing this for 23 years at the time of this video. I've helped thousands of households get their properties sold, hundreds of 5-star reviews. I don't need to spam. I've never spammed. I've never been in that side of the business. I just haven't. I've always done well what I do. I don't need to be a fool and spam the life out of someone hoping that actually turns into business, what you need from me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Reach out to me if you need anything. Again, the link is in the comment section or the description section. Until next video, thank you.